Boys and girls, this is the Royal Ramble with Jonathan Mellis and your OCCW Tag Team Champions, B.A. Marcus Frey and Azrael.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Orange County Championship Wrestling's flagship station and their number one show. To my left, the Royal Ramble. To my left, the inimitable, incorrigible, inconceivably imaginative one half of the Orange County Tag Team Champions, Azrael. And to my right, some people say he's bad at making friends. Other people say he's better at meeting females. Ladies and gentlemen, I call him B.A. Marcus Frey. How you doing tonight, gentlemen?
Good. Thank you for the night off this past weekend, John. I appreciate that.
Well, you know, it's kind of too bad you weren't there because for those of you who were not in attendance, for those of you who are not in the know, and for the uninitiated, last Saturday, August 17th, at the Della O Training Center, Orange County Championship Wrestling indeed made its last stand against Lucha Pro. And for the first time in a long time, we managed to push them back. That's right. Of the matches, we did everything we came to do. We put the beats to Lucha Pro and Vintage Dragons Cronies. The only thing we were unable to do was get back our title. Despite Guy Cool's best efforts, we'll go into that a little bit later, but we turned the tide, and as some people can point to Guadalcanal, other people will point to Normandy Beach. This was the turning point in the war between Lucha Pro and Orange County Championship Wrestling.
Well, I was just happy that when I got back in town to see that we were still in business. I mean, I have a lot of faith in the guys that wrestle in this building. You know, they've been well taught, well trained, well brought up to be able to take on any other promotion that wants to stick their nose and neck in our business. So I'm happy to see that we still running things.
By the way, Joey Barone is watching.
Hey, Joey Barone, you know, I want to bring that up, and we're going to talk about Joey Barone because Joey Barone is an exciting new addition to... Why are you kicking me under the table?
First of all, we were talking about turning points in a war. I remember Gettysburg. I remember when our proud boys charged into a furious northern cannonade at Little Round Top, trying to take the high ground and take the advantage. So I was happy and more than thrilled by thunder that OCCW has reclaimed the high ground at great and terrible cost.
The difference is that we were on the right side, the correct side, and we're going to win this battle. So despite your old pal, Mr. R.E. Lee, and the CSA, this is OCCW, and...
sometimes second place is good enough.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, but second place in a race that only has two competitors, that still lasts.
I don't believe in participation trophies, except when they're of Robert E. Lee in front of the courthouse. Oh, no. And, you know, second place was okay.
Yes. You know, it's funny. I always thought about those guys who always complain about there being participation medals, yet they still fly the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, well, okay. There's
silver medal's nothing to sneeze at.
There's your participation medal there, mister.
I was there.
All right.
I might have lost to Joey Barone, but I participated, by God.
And let's open with that. You know, Joey Barone, he called the offices of OCCW, like literally the day before the show. He showed up. We had a nice conversation. We had an opening in our card, and he stepped in. And to your credit,
I happened to be here, as chance would have it.
And you know, I said, hey, what better way than to test this young man's mettle, right? Than to put him in there with the stalwart of OCCW, Azrael. And it was a back and forth match.
I mean, I thought it was rather childish for a grown man to be dressed like a cartoon character. I don't know why anybody thought that was a little silly, but, you know, under that was the heart of a true competitor. I didn't know him, never met this man before, didn't know all of his moves and techniques like I do with most of you all from watching you many, many times.
Yeah, so learn how to dress like something real, something that exists, like vampires.
Or a policeman, I guess.
Or a policeman.
A black policeman.
Axel Foley?
What are you? What a unicorn is you?
To be fair, I mean, There's nothing wrong. Obviously, he has
Nothing wrong with dressing like a vampire.
an affinity
You've
for
never been to
Captain
LA.
America. You can't fault him. It's not like he came here dressed as Iron Man, that corporate punk.
Yeah,
Or even Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Someone with no future, according to Sony, as it is.
Yeah,
Way to
there's
go,
no more
Sony.
Spider-Man.
Way to go, Sony.
Yeah,
Win again.
congratulations.
Freaking idiot.
So did Iron Man just die for nothing? He's like, we brought back the boy and he's gone. We lost the kid again.
Now who's going to wear Edith? God
Hey,
damn it.
Sony just snapped his fingers and there's half of your sales.
But you know what? Not to go too far off topic, but I think that might actually be a very
No, I
smart.
want to get far off topic. I want to talk about the man beating me. That was ridiculous. Draped in that crazy red, white, and blue. I prefer the stars and bars, with a big X on it.
So it was a back and forth
Hazard.
battle. Unfortunately for our friend here, our present case, Joey Baroni wound up with the win, or a hard fought battle. And frankly, to your credit, it could have gone either way.
It could have.
And it was a hell of a match. Hats off to you for taking short notice on someone we didn't know much about. And hats off to Joey Barone. Welcome to the fold.
I mean, I was doing my stretches and my warm-up routine like after the first couple of lockups. I wasn't at all, ready. But I'll take on Joey Barone again and be more than ready for that, knee. What is he called? The bald neagle?
The bald neagle?
Yeah, because he hit me with the knee. And
Oh,
the bald
yes, that's
eagle.
right. That's his finisher, the bald neagle.
I won't be saluting that again.
Who can blame me? It's on the
I don't mind taking a knee in front of the flag.
Just a funny observation that
Not that kind of
that
knee,
you
though.
leave one half of the tag team champions here alone, and he can't pull off a victory.
Where were you, by the way? Let's look into
I
that.
told you I was going
Well,
on
what about
vacation.
bros
and
before
you could
hoes?
I told you I'm going on vacation. John is giving us the night off. Let's roll. And you said, nah, I'd rather stay and stand.
That's not how I talk, by the way. Not all white people sound the same.
I think BA
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather
there's trash
stay
on the
and
side of the
stand,
road there.
Yeah,
I think BA was on the Carnival Cruise watching the New Edition concert.
Right.
all week.
He's like, damn.
In the second match, Katana Vera took on newcomer Ayoka Muhara in what was a very exciting
Oh, yes,
women's
it was.
match for the women's title.
And how did that go?
Well, after a really smash mouth, honestly, style of match, Katana winds up pinning Ayoka, but
And you're new.
no, she was the defending champion.
It's the
Vixen.
3PW women's title. It's not
And
your women's
still,
title.
Vixen.
There you go. For 3PW, not OCCW.
Well,
So don't be trying to take credit
I've
for
known
all-
Katana for a long time. I would never refer to her as a vixen. Not just because she had that title. Well, there you go. All right, and I don't know Ayoka well enough to call her vixen.
You missed out on Ioka, by the way. That would
Oh,
have been probably
yeah.
up
Oh,
your
okay,
alley.
all right, stop. Okay, stop.
Like Wakanda forever.
All right.
A lovely woman.
In the next match, Tony Reyes beat Helmuth for the Ultraviolet title, the GCF Ultraviolet. Now, if this has become, it seemed like a recurring theme, different companies having their titles defended on OCCW's turf. You're right, it is becoming a recurring thing because a little bit of unity goes a long way. Just keep your eyes open and just watch where we go from there. Tony Reyes beats Helmuth for the Ultraviolet title, successfully defends his Ultraviolet GCF title. All right, and on to the main card where the men and women of OCCW dug in their heels and put the fists to Lucha Pro. Modern Justice defeated the team of Judas and Benedict Arnold, otherwise known as La Raza, in what was ultimately a one-sided match, except, for the fact that a little bit, I wouldn't call it interference, would you, Joe? I'd call it intervention. Intervention.
Divine intervention?
No. It was malice and forethought.
Okay.
All right, I fed those two bastards a couple of chair shots that they will not soon forget. Because if those of you who were watching last week saw them jump me here in the studio on this desk, and I figured, well, you need a little receipt here and there. They were cheating to begin with.
Give him a little tit for tit.
And I was shocked. John grabbed that chair and beat the living crap out of him.
I swung that thing like nobody's.
And it was a rental too.
And they were rentals. That's right.
Wow.
And I don't care. I'll pay the deposit. And you know what? We got the win. A clean pinfall for the new team. Relatively.
That's when you know John is serious, is when he's saying, I don't care about losing a little bit of money. that is when you know this man is real.
Yeah, so let that be a lesson to you, all right? Benedict Arnold, Judas, you backstabbing bastards. You step to me when no one's around, I'm going to step to you when everyone's watching. Don't try me again, or you'll fail again.
Much like you did all throughout your school career.
But I digress. Yes, like you failed to get your green card. So,
One of them.
They got a work permit, though. That's why.
the views and opinions of Jonathan Malice are the views and opinions of he and he alone. They do not represent the views and opinions of Orange County Championship Wrestling.
Sure, though.
Well,
I mean, you're kind of ahead of
the Royal Ramble,
These
free
your
admission channel.
opinions,
Oh, the
sure.
free admission channel. All right. Gustin Uberstud. Well, we're gonna bring him in a little bit, and he's gonna run through that match with us, and we're gonna go from there. Now the one low spot of the evening, the one kind of sour note, was Guy Cool's failure to win the title away from Vintage Dragon. And once again, Vintage Dragon pulled out all the stops, played every angle, dove through every loophole, ducked under every little rule, bent everything he could, broke everything he couldn't, and squeaked out with his title over Guy Cool in what was a fantastic match.
Oh, the match was awesome.
It was just, you know what, I've been doing this for a while, and this is one of those matches where, you know, someone who's cynical and jaded like myself could actually just step back and go back to those days when I sat in front of WTBS at 6:05 on Saturday and just like took it all in. This is wrestling. It was fantastic. So hats off to Guy Cool and a grudgingly nod to Vintage Dragon for at least putting on maybe what was the match of the year.
And don't forget his new debut song he actually played at the show, the Booty Go Clap song with his. I
was unfamiliar with it.
That was his new debut. It was pretty good. And his dancer that showed up.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Guy Cool debuted. Well, I forgot her name, Trixie or something like that.
Something like that. And she was dancing.
She was.
Oh,
She definitely turned some heads that day.
You missed out, BA.
Yeah, and Lord knows, I'm sure, you know, she was an integral part of his recovery after that match, that hard-fought match. That said, earlier I referred, we're going to bring in the current Lucha Pro champion, the one-time and future Orange County Championship Wrestling champion, and he's going to go over his match with Vito Pepperoni, as he likes to call him. The rest of us know him as Vito Fratelli from Lucha Pro. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the yummy weight champion, Gustin Thunder Uberstud.
Yeah.
Now, only if he can learn how to keep the OCCW title the way that he's holding on to that
Sit there
Lucha
and
Pro
hate.
championship.
Look at this. 15 pounds of solid copper right there.
That's a lot of melted down pennies right there.
That is.
Bronze medals are cool too, you know. It means you participated.
Gustin, you had a hell of a match with, and you did what you said you were going to do.
So damn heavy, I don't even want to stand up.
Don't even want to stand up. All right, take us through that match. About your butthole. All right,
Dirty boy.
let's
The views of opinions.
let's start.
Yeah,
Let's
the views in the pic. Disclaimer.
no. Tell us about your match. You know, coming in, you guys were both sharp. You guys both had a lot of animosity betwixt the two of you, and you locked up. Let's hear it.
I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I said no pepperoni is going to come into OCCW and take anything else from OCCW or anything else from me. So I stuck that pepperoni right between my legs, cinched down on it, twisted, bent, burn, pinned. 1, 2, 3. No,
Hey, look at the
that.
German sausage.
The German sausage and the
Talk
Italian
about
salami.
match of the year.
What? Get that. What?
Pepperoni versus a bratwurst. Symbols of Italy and Germany. You know, what do you think of when you think of Germany?
Well,
Sauerkraut.
Crushing victory.
Crushing victory. And that's exactly what I did.
yes.
Hungry
Okay.
now.
So you wound up pinning him with your.
I did wind up pinning him.
What,
With the Berliner.
Yeah,
Off the knee, onto the bat. 1, 2, 3. And none of his shenanigans even worked. You saw that.
I did.
You
I did.
saw that.
I did.
I went back and watched the tape. I was knocked silly. I didn't know what happened.
Right. At the end.
Dirty Freddy Flores.
Yeah, Judas came out and once again, for I am sure was much less than 30 pieces of silver, you stuck it in your back. No.
30 old tire rims.
In your back. Okay, so
That's a swinging.
is that a swinging sausage?
Swinging sausage.
Who is hitting you right in the back of the head, John?
Oh, the podcast is in 3D. It's like it's coming right
we
at
should
me.
do a 3D podcast. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna send out some 3D glasses, and we'll get to that. All right. What I wanted to talk about was okay. Can you put your sausage away, please,
Okay.
or your pepperoni? No, sit down.
Oh.
Okay. Please. And something about a big piece of meat behind my head. I'm not real
In
into.
your butt.
Producer Robert.
I think he's working on
Thank you. Thank you.
Fighter for how many years? You're used to big pieces of meat behind your head.
You get rear naked choked
Rear
quite
naked
often,
choke.
man.
What do you think I was talking about?
Anyway, that said, after Guy Cool's match, they the men of Lucha Pro were taking liberties. La Raza, Vintage Dragon, even your buddy Vito, they were ganging up. And tell us what happened.
Well, every time they come into OCCW, they're always pulling some shtick, and they always get run off. They always get beaten down and battered, and somehow they always escape with that title. So you tell me what's going to happen. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them running rampant all over this place.
Okay, but like I said, as the title says, this was our last stand, and we pushed them back. All right,
push them back.
we pushed them back.
And we push them back every time.
Well-
And every time they run off with what's rightfully ours.
Oh, all right. Well,
And I'm mad if you can't tell.
you're gonna get your chance to exact some. You forged a new friendship with Guy Cool, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
And
That's right.
and here's something you may not want to hear. Your buddy Freddie Helmuth came to his aid during this melee that happened in the ring. What do you think of that?
Why would he not
Well,
want to
why
hear
wouldn't he? You know, if we close down, I don't want to work for pesos. The exchange rate is terrible. I don't even know what to do if Vintage Dragon took over this building.
Fair enough.
Real quick, John. Just want to make a quick shout out. Joe Murrah is actually watching us.
Who?
Joe Murrah. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, Joe Morera.
Yeah, he's actually watching right now.
Hi, Joe. John Della O here. Nice to see you. Long time no see.
Hey, Joe! Hey!
Qual é, rapaz? Como vai? Tudo bem? Beleza. All right.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
My old pal Ricky was watching.
your old pal Ricky is watching.
Ricky, lick my plate. If you're still watching this, lick my plate.
Oh
That's
my.
what you can do.
Damn.
Okay. Okay. So,
Goes way back. We go way back.
well,
Me and Ricky.
you've been licking each other's plates since you were probably knee-high to a grasshopper.
I licked his plate. I licked Vito's
Okay.
plate.
All right.
And I'm gonna keep licking plates until that belt comes right back here.
And we're gonna make sure that you get every opportunity to achieve that very goal.
plates.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. We're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to shift gears here. We have another guest, if we can fit him on, and we're going to sit him next to you. Do you have a chair? No. The chair is downstairs in the closet if you need it. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting on Azrael's lap.
We have coffee too. You just have to drive 2 blocks to Starbucks, pull out your wallet, and boom.
Downstairs. Oh my God, what is it with you people?
It's a matter of time.
What do you mean?
You guys
What do you
talked
mean,
it
you
on-
people?
You people are too lazy to go up and down the stairs. You know
When
what?
you go downstairs, you make a quick.
Yeah. Instead of going down to show him, he tells, check in the
Make quick
dressing room.
left.
People,
Look
I
in the
am
dressing room.
offended.
Right across
We are
from the back.
offended.
Why are you offended?
You people.
Don't not nudge me. He wasn't talking to me.
Don't nudge us.
No,
We're not
what?
just you
I
people.
don't. No, when
All wrestlers don't look the same. You people.
you want to help me out here?
What?
You're gonna let them throw
You
me
want,
in?
you want to talk about
I wish you guys-
I'm waiting for our guest to come in.
I wish you guys would have helped me out.
Maybe need. Okay. Why don't you
mean,
tell
the
us who's
owner-
watching?
Well,
Who else
who's
is
watching? We have Brian Chastney's watching.
Brian Chesney, one of our number one fans. We have a 3-way tie for number one.
Oh, we have
Mortal Kombat. Do.
we have K-Cat.
Hi, K-Cat.
We got, is it Haley Nguyen? She's watching?
Oh, Haley. You know what?
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really cool little girl. Yeah, she's all right.
We have 10 Bears is watching
10 Bears.
so far.
Tell your buddy 3.5 Badgers to show up one time.
And we also have, Mindy's watching.
Love you, girl.
That's right. And that's right. And Debbie Dupree's watching.
Debbie Dupree.
Tim
I know what
Dupree's
you're waiting
watching.
for, Debbie. Just hang on. He's looking for a chair. Right? Well, he'll find one.
And the owner of GCF.
Joseph Saint. That one or Jamal?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the owner. I'm pretty sure Joseph's the owner.
When you could provide a chair for your guests.
Well, we just had to turn it over so you could sit down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are familiar with independent wrestling here in Southern California, you by no doubt have heard of 3PW. Is that how it is? 3?
Yes.
3?
No,
wanna
don't
move
even
down?
try.
All right.
Y'all
Is he
get
in the
this
shot?
Sort of.
I'm up against B.A. Marcus Frey.
You gotta turn your chair more.
He's bad at moving forward. All right.
Look at all the meat in this shot now.
Right.
A whole string of meat.
Look, it looks like a
whole
butcher
five
shop.
pack.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man to my left is known as Billy Bonds. He represents Tony Reyes' organization known as 3PW, Power Precision Pro Wrestling. They will be holding a show this weekend here in Anaheim at the American Legion Post
72.
72. B.A. Marcus Frey will be in attendance. Azrael will be in attendance. Will you be there, Gusten Uberstud?
Oh, Gusten Ubestad will be there.
Wait a minute.
Gusten Ubestad might have the night off, but Gusten Ubestad will be there.
Hey, buddy, we're going to cheer and/or boo appropriately.
Let-
Exactly
One
what
of
we're
these
gonna
things.
do.
You don't
Show
do
the love,
anything
show the love.
appropriately.
I know
But did
a
I-
lot of these people on this show.
This looks just like
You're
one
all
of my
very
flyers. Did I accidentally book a show in my sleep or something? Anyway, Billy Bonds.
Isn't that how you book most of your shows?
Yeah, only the ones you've been on. So, tell us a little bit about your show. Tell us a little bit about your organization. Tell us a little bit about the card.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Tell us a little bit of anything. How about that?
All right. Well, we'll just start with the card from the show. We have Drew Masters taking on Bulletproof in a singles match.
Strong style versus guy with a taser, gun, and nunchucks.
Now
Let's see what.
I'm
Don't you put that
hoping
up,
those
Robert.
aren't coming
I don't
in
want to
the-
see that out.
No,
on
no,
the
not that
screen.
picture. Not picture.
What is he?
That
what-
picture.
No, go on.
I mean, he's bulletproof, but is he sidekick to the head proof? Is he karate proof?
Now you're borrowing lines from.
I mean,
Okay.
bulletproof is also.
Anyway.
So you have Drew Masters and Bulletproof.
Yep. You already mentioned that BA will be in attendance.
Who will BA be wrestling?
BA will be taking on Tony Reyes himself.
Ooh.
Your thoughts on that match, BA?
Yeah.
Do you really want to know my thoughts?
I certainly do
come
because I
on.
think I know, but I want the people out there to know.
My thoughts are this match is going to go one of two ways. It's going to go me winning, and just like the South, Tony Reyes will not rise again.
Damn.
Now I have a question.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Sorry.
My match with Vito represented by pepperoni and bratwurst. What two meats would you choose to represent your match with Tony Reyes? Let's hear it. Marcus Reyes.
With two meats.
Oh, no, come on now.
Is it grits
Be
and
a meat
fries?
friend. Be a meat friend. BAMF. Go ahead.
Be a meat
Yeah.
friend.
Let us know what you're cooking.
So he doesn't make friends well, but he makes meat friends well. huh?
But he makes a
I know
mean
my way.
sausage.
I know my way around the grill. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. There we
So
go.
I'm gonna say you're
Waiting for the
beef
big rib?
back ribs, right?
And what's
I'd
Tony
say
Reyes?
Tony would be
A baby back.
Fat back rib.
There you go, fat back ribs. Okay.
Well, Tony's pretty tricky. He's gonna have some weapons or something on him. And he's already got bulletproof.
That's
He's
all right.
bulletproof.
He's
Well,
gotta-
wait.
he's gotta bring
Did
everything
we even hear
in
the
the
other
kitchen
way?
sink.
Did we even hear the other way you thought it might end? Did
Me winning. That's it.
Okay.
It's one of two ways, and at the end of both ways is me on top.
Hopefully with a little
Okay.
extra
You know-
barbecue sauce.
You want a prediction? You want a prediction? Yeah. What do you think is gonna happen?
To be fair, I've known Tony for a long time. Tony is not only is he a big dude, not only is he a tough dude, he is a veteran of 1,000 ring wars. What are you going to do to circumvent his style?
I ain't circumcising no one.
Clearly not
circumvent,
Jewish.
circumvent.
A product of the education
would be one way
system
to win a
you are.
That's how they did it in the Bible.
Highly illegal.
I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
We know.
Tony Reyes has run all up and down the U.S. fighting man, woman, and child to make a name for himself. And I respect that. He's done his damn thing, and he's done his damn thing well. But when you step in a ring with someone like me, you got to bring more than just your A game. And you got to bring more than just your powers that be.
You know what? You better be careful, though. I've seen him steamroll some people in the ring. That's a big boy, you know.
No,
and
I
he's
know
from
it.
the Midwest, too.
I know it.
From that Cleveland area. He's been
There you go.
Cleveland steaming people in that ring right and left since day one. So just, I'm saying, when you be in the ring with Tony Reyes, just be careful.
Okay. All right.
All right.
right.
Onward and upward.
Do you want to weigh in? Are you on this
Which
show?
one are they?
Are you-
No.
Are you on this show?
Is Tony an unflavored piece of chicken?
Take that off. I don't like that.
John,
Pork chops and fried chicken. Very, very
John, I'm sensing a theme here.
No, yeah, racism. Yeah,
Everybody's hungry.
whatever you do, don't go to that friggin' El Pollo Loco or the KFC down on Beach and Ball, because you won't get food like that. You're gonna get stuff that looks like the toes of your great grandma,
I
right?
get your great grandma on Beach and Ball.
There you go. Like maybe yours, but all right, that's
Wow. Hold on one second. Breaking news. We got our boy, Mr. Damian Devine, saying Goosen is that dork in the red jacket that I humiliated.
And you're the dork that went to that red country because you couldn't get anything done over here at OCCW, breaking stuff over people. We ran you right out of here just like we're going to run out Lucha Pro because you're never going to get it. You see this? You're never going to get it.
Never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it.
But he's gonna have his chance real soon, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, so you stay over there and you eat your cold chicken feet and you go to your gyms
Pig brains.
and you get all your looks from all the people.
I know, man.
Flex your guns, do whatever you gotta do, and get it because you're not gonna get it here.
Damn.
Strong words from an inspired man. What else do you have on the card there, Mr. Bonds?
Well, we've got a
Bonds?
Vixens match, although I'm told you won't be addressing anybody in that matter. But
Are
it
they
is what
female
it is.
wrestlers?
They are female
Okay,
wrestlers.
then I'll address them as such.
Auntie Heidi
Oh.
and Ioka. Now we saw Ioka right here just the other night in a pretty good what? What do you-
Nothing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I say anything? Go ahead.
in a pretty fair bid against our current Vixens champion. But what does everybody think about her and Auntie Heidi?
I mean, at this point, you putting them two in the ring, this spells #1 contendership type match. Both of these women could take on anybody that steps in the ring with them, whether it be a woman or a man. I've seen both of them beat the hell out of just about anyone that steps in the ring with them. So, I mean, that sounds like #1 contendership match right there.
I've been in the ring with Heidi.
Feeling
She ripped
that.
my chest open, and that was just by screaming at me. You should have seen her chops. That is one tough broad. I'll tell you what. You better watch out. She's gonna tear the house down.
No, not that broad. We're talking about Heidi.
But don't forget your special ring announcer for that night. Look at that guy up there.
Boy,
I think I did.
There's gonna be
accidentally
Joey the
book
Bull
a show.
Wow.
and also some wrestling.
you're right. right. Joey the Bull and some people doing some
In
stuff.
between the
That's
Joey the Bull
gangster.
parts.
That's money right there.
All right, what about you, John? What do you think
betting
of
on
our
Heidi.
women's match?
Is that all? Is that your whole card?
No, we're still on the.
Oh, we're still talking about the women's match. Heidi has wrestled for
gotten
us.
warmed up yet.
Heidi has wrestled for us time and again. She was a stalwart. And I don't know if she is still the champion out in Barstow. She's wrestled men. She's wrestled women. She's wrestled 2 men. She's wrestled men and women. And we had Ioka here this past weekend. I think that the athletic, fast style versus the grind them up and beat them down style of Heidi is going to make for an interesting match. I think that That's a match that I was planning on. I would book if I had a wrestling show in Orange County.
I wrestled
If-
2 men once.
What's that?
I wrestled 2 men once.
It's a master taking
Yeah,
on.
that's what you should. That's the meat you should post, Robert. A rotisserie
Wrestling
chicken.
2 men.
Jeez.
Is this picture
We've
of
all
you?
been there.
Joey the Bull. Is this picture of you from '87?
No.
What year was this?
This was last year. I had hair.
Black and white.
I had hair here back then.
No, that's an actual clip from The Godfather. What are you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about. I was in the movie set that time doing something on the movie
told
set.
you.
I was in the movie set. I'm not kidding.
Okay, so Tony Reyes says, only difference, John, is actually run the show better than you. I don't know what that means. I'm going to assume that he's saying the only difference is, John, that I actually run the show better than you. I don't know. I graduated from high school. I went to college. One of the requirements was, punctuation, spelling, as well as grammar. So I'm just going to assume that that's a run-on sentence and it doesn't mean anything.
We're giving education lessons here on OCCW
We
podcast.
Education.
Education.
Okay, so what else is on the card?
Who wants to wrestle
Well,
Goosen?
we have a little possible point of disruption. We kind of got an out of nowhere from Sergeant Major the other day.
Ooh.
He says that he heard Terex is going to be there at the show. We don't have him booked in any capacity, but Sarge seems to think he's going to be there. So Sarge says he's going to be there. No idea how that goes.
Well, we got Gooston.
Best type of fights are the fights that you don't expect.
Right.
I mean, it's an American Legion. Sarge can go there whenever he feels like it.
That's true.
They can eat there.
He's a
Maybe
member
Saturday-
at every one,
Maybe
right?
it's just his night to go.
Maybe-
I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe it's usually
Maybe.
like poker or something.
Maybe they'll bump into each other. What are they? Serendipity or whatever they
Right.
call that.
Is somebody else mad at him or something?
Those are two
Why is
pretty
he coming?
humongous dudes. Them just kind of bumping into casually be kind of difficult.
He's not hunting him down or anything, is he?
John, what's on your mind?
I'm waiting to hear you talk about the rest of your show.
Oh, okay. Wow, boy. Okay, all right. You just want me to read it off the prompter, right? I don't.
We don't have a
okay.
prompter.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I'm sure if Tony was running this podcast, we would have a prompter.
In tag team
I hardly
action.
know her.
Yeah, that was good.
In tag team action, Divine Intervention will take on La Raza.
Whoa.
One of these things is not like the others.
You did.
One of these four dudes is maybe in some trouble, depending on how this goes.
All right.
I mean, I don't know, but one of these guys is walking into a hell of a situation and maybe shouldn't trust the one next to him. I don't know which one.
Well,
'cause
no,
we're all a little
you need
shifty.
to elaborate. Yes, I agree.
But
you
I
are,
mean,
but
you know what I'm saying, right?
What-
One
what
of
he's-
these guys.
what he's trying to
put the
say-
courage
what he's trying to
Pretend I
say
know.
is
to turn on one of the other ones.
what he's trying to say is divine intervention is like an infection and it spreads.
Let's just-
and for some reason it might be spreading into La Raza.
I mean, Freddie,
I'm not sure Divine Intervention would argue that point.
I mean, Freddie Flores is a beautiful man, and you can never trust the pretty ones. You know, those are the ones who are just
Yeah,
gonna
see, I
stab
think
you
we
right
need to
in the
narrow
back.
your statement down a little bit. I think Freddie Flores is an infection that spreads. Freddie Flores jumps ship and goes to Lucha Pro. He goes to Divine Intervention. He's always got his hands in all the little pies.
Ooh, that's why he's spreading disease.
That's why he's.
Hey, come on now.
Matthew Lou, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Brave man to step into this situation. Kudos to Alexander Vega.
You're a very brave man to have them on your show. You see what they've been doing around here?
We tend
you
to
just gonna let
attack
them
the
walk in the
owners of
door?
programs. You know, and this one spits on war heroes on the regular time.
He does.
And so
He
you
does.
better be careful.
Keep him away from Sarge. That's all
I keep
gotta
hearing a lot of like sanitary hints here, or unsanitary.
I don't know why he likes to spit on people.
Azrael, Bill Chu says hello.
Hi, Bill Chu.
Hey, Bill.
Isn't it past your bedtime, Bill? You need to be getting on. Matlock's coming on soon. Right.
That's making me
Because your last name isn't, what your family does anymore.
Yeah, you know he usually falls asleep to the trumpets of MASH. It's
All right, Bill Chu, hi. We're glad you're watching. Thank you for watching. Continue to watch, and feel free to come to one of our shows. Okay.
All right,
I
last.
have a heavy wager on this match. Let me just say.
Well, I'll see your heavy wager, and I'll raise you a heavyweight title match.
All right, let's hear about the heavyweight
In
title.
our main event, Mikey O'Shea will be challenging for Jordan Clearwater's 3PW Heavyweight Championship. It'll be Jordan's first defense, having just won that title at our heavyweight tournament back in July.
I haven't seen Jordan Clearwater before. Where's he from? What's he do? Where did he wrestle before this?
I actually don't know.
Is it his rookie year in wrestling? Because Mikey's been doing this for like 50 years.
No, it's not his rookie year.
Okay.
Well, I think Mikey's going to treat him like a rookie, though. That's what Mikey does. When you get in the ring with him,
I don't know. Did you see Jordan and Sledge went down in our tournament final?
I did not see that. But,
Jordan can deal with a heavy hitter.
he better bring all he got.
I was there. I saw it. I think if anybody could stand up to Mikey O'Shea, probably Jordan Clearwater has a chance. But Mikey O'Shea, that is a big boy with a heavy hand, and he will tear you up.
That's a juggernaut.
So your champion better be ready.
Now, real quick, who's Sean Drayton? Because he doesn't like you too much, Uber.
What?
He wants to double team you. I think he does like it.
Yeah, him and Divine want to double team you for some reason.
I said I've wrestled two men before. If you want to double team me, find a partner and come on down.
There you go.
Let's see what happens.
And there's a
Big
few of us
boy.
here. And despite his sour demeanor, he's still a friend of ours, and we still got his back. Once again, before you go, tell us when, where, and for how much.
Next Saturday. Right.
given that proposition
Are you
before, John.
propositioning me?
When, where, and for how much? Tell me,
want a
girl. What's
party?
up?
Next Saturday night at American Legion Post 72 in Anaheim. Tickets are $15 at the door, but you can get them right now pre-sale for $10.
Holla at your boy.
That's at Saturday, August 24th, at American Legion Post 72.
72.
That's 936 Lemon Street here in Anaheim, California. BA's got tickets. Azrael's got tickets. Billy Bonds has tickets there. $15 pre-sale. I'm sorry, $15 at the door, $10 pre-sale. Buy your tickets early. Show up early. The doors open at 6:30 and the bell time's at 7 p.m. here in Anaheim, 936 Lemon Street, American Legion Post 72, 3PW.
And don't forget, even though I'm getting clowned on, the man with the golden voice is going to be there as your ring announcer, myself, Joey the Bull Santana.
So I want to thank you for coming in. Good luck on your show and your continued success.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Take care. Billy Bonds, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now, is he really a bondsman? Is he looking for any of us? Any of you got active warrants?
I
You
don't know,
wanna?
is-
You wanna?
Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's all that matters.
Do you have
I might
that-
want to make some money
Robert.
later on. If I.
Rob, do you have that video that I sent you earlier? I have too. Okay, run the not the one that the one on the upper left there. That one. Yeah. This just in.
I am here to make an announcement.
God, look how big
And
he
that
is,
announcement
though.
is
What's he eating in
that I am
China?
returning back
Chinese people?
to Southern California, Saturday, September 14th, 2019, at OCCW, Orange County Championship Wrestling. Get the dose of divine. But who am I going to fight?
Creatine.
Who have I been setting my eyes on for months? Who was I planning on attacking with this brand new resistance band? Much better than the old one, because this one's a lot stronger. This one's a lot more durable. And this one is going to snap the neck of my next victim. So right now, I'm issuing this challenge. And I'm challenging the one, the only, the legendary Vintage Dragon. Yep, you heard that right.
Okay.
Vintage Dragon. I've had my eyes set on you for months. The first time that I thought, man, I don't like this guy. That first time that we met, it was us two in the ring. It was just us in that battle royal. And I shoved you into the corner. And what'd you do? You kicked me in the face. You gave me a drop kick from the top rope. So Vintage Dragon, I've had my eyes set on you for months. And I was going to attack you before I left to bust my ass right here in Shanghai, China. But let's go back and reminisce. Who's been on the Damon Divine hit list so far at OCCW? First, it was that joke Houston Uberstud when I choked him out with his own resistance band and sent him packing to the hospital for good. Then, a few weeks later, it was Mikey O'Shea. Not once, but twice. And no one's ever seen or heard from him again either. So Vintage Dragon, get ready. Everybody, you get ready. Mark the day on your calendar. Saturday, September 14th, 2019, Orange County, California. Damon Devine returns to OCCW to go one-on-one with Vintage Dragon. And Vintage Dragon, on my self-care Sunday, I'm taking care of my body. Look at that. And I'm taking care of my ass. I'm taking care of my mind, my body, my soul. What are you doing? Pounding some beers? What are you doing? Eating some pork? What are you doing, huh? Nothing. I take care of myself on a self-care Sunday. I take care of myself every day of the damn year. So Vintage Dragon, get ready, because September 14th at OCCW, you're next on the Damon Devine hit list.
Wow.
Well, clearly.
Now, is there any way we can get that translated? Because the whole thing was in Chinese, so I don't even know who you're calling out.
Well, let me translate for you, all right?
Over there sounded like a Mandarin chicken.
You heard it here first, folks. Saturday, September 14th, at American Legion Post 716, Orange County Championship Wrestling presents Next Level, where our main event will be the man you just saw a moment ago, Damon Devine, will be taking on the OCCW Dragon Weight Champion, dragging your ass on the ground, Vintage Dragon. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
I'm going to tell you my thought right now. Mr. Devine had a whole lot to say about who we haven't seen, but it seems like the only individual that we haven't seen here in Orange County is Mr. Devine. I've seen Mikey O'Shea. I've seen Houston Uberstud. Where are you at? Oh, now you want to come back in and think that you've earned a #1 contendership spot because you know how to get your ass on a plane? Get out of here, man.
Well, let's be fair, right? Whether or not you like him personally, whether or not you will appreciate him professionally, it will do us all pretty good to get that belt off of Vintage Dragon.
Wait a minute. You got two diseases running in here. You got the cancer that is Lucha Pro running in here, destroying everything, taking whatever they want and running away with it. You got Damon Devine doing the same thing but for his own nefarious purposes. I mean, this match isn't just what we need. This is cancer versus hepatitis right here in the middle of the ring. Okay. Hopefully they just destroy each other, take each other out, and we never have to see either one of them again. Well, Damon Devine coming in here, choke me with your rubber band. I'm gonna show you a chicken that you're gonna get choked with. You come in this building, you're gonna get choked. You talking about meats and sausages and pork chops. Your chicken's getting choked, and it's getting choked thoroughly. Ni hao, mother effer. Ni hao.
He said me.
He said the chicken be choking.
Weigh in on this, Azrael?
I mean, Damon Devine looks like he can rip off Vintage Dragon's arms and legs, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple billion yen on Damon Devine in this match. He probably learned karate over there and whatnot. He's gonna come back with the dim mock and
Kung
breaking
Fu.
the bottom brick and whatever.
Yes.
I don't know. You're some kind of karate scientist or whatnot. The art of jujitsu, and he got the art of ripping your arms and legs off with them 40-inch arms.
Waxing on and waxing off over there, coming around and talking all that big talk.
He's going to force you all to eat pig brains if you keep talking like that.
Wow.
If it'll help you look like that, hey, that's more money in my pocket.
I'll start eating pig
he
brains
was
right
like that
now.
before he got there, though. I think he's eating whole Chinese people over there. I think he's walking down the street gobbling up prisoners.
He moved on from Godzilla.
No, honey, don't eat me. That's Japan.
Same thing.
And no.
How is
Same
it
shit.
different? They're pretty close.
Godzilla is in Japan.
They all have panoramic vision.
Jackie Chan is in China.
Well, only one of those is real.
I'm sorry. Well, anyway, there's your main
I've
event.
never met Jackie
But
Chan.
they're both very entertaining.
Vintage Dragon versus Damon Devine for the OCCW heavyweight title. Don't miss it. I have another announcement to make. Although the card hasn't been completely finalized, we do have a second title match. You guys want to hear it?
Let's talk about it.
All right. Well, our tag team champions, Thunder
Boom!
and Lightning,
Pow!
will be defending the OCCW Tag Team Championship against the new team.
Oh, you want me to kick him out, sir?
No. Let him say. I'll start ripping on him and watch him start crying. They will be taking on the new team of Modern Justice. Now, for those of you who were privy to the matches this weekend, Modern Justice scored a thrilling upset victory over La Raza, vaulting them into number one contendership against the two champions here. Chris Camacho and Eddie Escrimador, right, the team of Modern Justice, came to me and said, what'd you think? Do you
Holmes,
think we're good enough?
you think I can get a match, Holmes?
Well, yeah, it kind of sounded a little more like that. I was trying to be a little more politically correct. But
I won all the internet matches for USA. Can I have a tag team championship bout, vato?
And all I said to him was, Órale, yeah!
A negative times a negative equals a positive. John.
I'm Escalante.
So those are your opponents for Saturday, September 14th, Next Level. Orange County Championship Wrestling Tag Team titles will be on the line again. These men against Modern Justice. Your thoughts?
Modern Justice is going to get an old-fashioned ass whipping. I'm going to give them the beating their daddy clearly never gave them. You know, Screamador going to be happy he wearing that fencing outfit when I put the beating to that boy. Screama is not fencing. He must be versatile in all the ways of Ching Chong Chang.
Hey.
And he might know... You might know karate, but I know karate, young man.
Sure do. Landscaping up.
You know, you got the tip of that fencing foil. I'll give you just the tip, not even wrapped in no foil. And boy, we're gonna put an old-fashioned beat down on some Modern Justice.
I ain't even got to step in that ring. I'm just gonna let the dog off the leash over there. He gonna handle both of y'all.
Look. Hold on a second. Let me clear this thing. Eskrima is not Chinese. It is not Japanese. It is Filipino. Is
that Chinese or Japanese? Is Filipino in China or Japan?
About excrement, man. I ain't got nothing to say to them, bro. All I gotta say is, come see me when you want some. That's all you gotta do.
I'm sorry, I tuned out for a second. We talking about excrement?
No, it's not that kind of show. All right?
And I've been watching Macho Camacho every week on them internet championship matches. There's a lot of crazy things on this internet, and I haven't seen anything crazier than Chris Camacho. But we're going to drop that boy on his head. We're going to knock the last 2 IQ points right out of his stupid brain. And you know what? We're going to send him right back to where he come from, which is probably Garden Grove.
Or Santa Ana, one of the two.
You're going to start chanting, send him back now, Gustin? No? Okay. Gustin Uberstute will be in action. You'll see, I'm not going to release all the card right now. It'll come as the week comes by, and we'll talk about the rest of the card next Tuesday. But don't miss it. That's Orange County Championship Wrestling's Next Level at American Legion Post 716 in Los Alamitos. Doors open at 5:30. Bell times at 6 p.m. Tickets are $15 pre-sale, $20 at the door. Get them early. Get them often. Do not miss Next Level. This is going to be one for the ages. All right.
What ages? We don't know. Whoever shows up.
We're getting word from Robert that we got another. Are the security cameras going off downstairs? No.
So we need to start locking the door.
You said you had 2 videos.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Some guy on the beach.
All right, never mind then.
That's Guy Cool. Guy is cool.
watch the guy
Roll that beautiful bean
No,
footage.
no. Do not roll that. That's outdated. That's from last week. Okay. All right.
I like Guy Cool. He likes
I like Guy Cool's videos.
I like Guy Cool too.
There's
all right.
always butts in them. What's
Yeah.
the love? Let's see some butts.
You
No,
Mormon?
that's not. All right.
And then there's the lady.
Yeah.
Can you? We have now come to that portion of our show known as topics.
Do you need a timer, John?
I do, my friend.
I got you.
There's one right there. Billy, hand me that timer there.
Did it break?
Billy.
Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, Vega wanted to thank you for that chair shot he just mentioned right now.
You know what? If it was a little hard on you, if it knocked the wind out of you, if you're feeling a little sore, if your ribs are a little loose, good. I got another one for you. Step to me again, punk. Come in here again. Now the boys are here now. I don't see you guys so quick to step to me. Where are you?
Yeah,
Where you
yeah,
at? My friends are here.
Uh-huh.
My boys are here.
Yeah,
Where
sorry.
are you, Judas?
Yeah, sorry if it was a little hard on you. We got all the hard things for you if you come up in here.
You at the fudge factory working your packing job? I guess. All right. Anyway. Sorry. We have come to the portion of our show known as topics, right? Where I will present topics. The men here on the panel will have 1 minute to respond to said topics. Are you gentlemen ready?
As ready as I'm going.
Wait. Is that what I'm talking about there, Robert?
That was last week.
Okay. All right. Okay. Our first topic will be King of the Ring. Who wants to take it?
I'll take that.
All right. King of the Ring, and go.
Oh, WWE, you do it to us again. You sit there and you promote that Raw is going to turn into King of the Ring, and then what do? You have 3 hours to fill. Not 1, not 2, but 3 hours to fill. And instead of doing 3 hours of King of the Ring like the pay-per-view would have been, you then give us 2.5 hours of bullshit and maybe about 30 minutes of King of the Ring first round qualifying matches. Whoop-de-damn-do. Thank you again for wasting all of our times and filling us with false hope that you guys have figured it out. Because I was sitting at home ready for King of the Ring, and what I got was King of Garbage, King of Bullshit, King of what? King of Flip the Channel. I mean, like, it was really absolutely nothing going on except for my boy Bray. My boy Bray, you doing your damn thing. The one king that got it was the one that should have got it.
In time, yes, a little bit of bait and switch, which is really, really bad business. It doesn't matter if you're a small town promotion like ourselves or a huge multinational conglomerate. Bait and switch is bad
Terrible.
business. You want this one, young man?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Topic, 1 minute on the clock. King of the Ring.
I mean, I always like King of the Ring. It's one of my favorite pay-per-views because I like the one-night tournament feel, like the old UFCs where you had to win 3 fights to win the championship. I think it's a lot of momentum to whoever wins it because you have to win like 3 matches, hopefully against 3 different guys. You have a lot of interaction between everybody in the tournament, so if you want to start any kind of new rivalry, storyline, whatever you're going to do, it's an ideal time to do it. I think if you have new writers, King of the Ring's a good time to jump in because you can set a whole year worth of programming off of the 8 matches. I would put it, if you're going to do one night, I would have the 8 people field instead of the 16. I remember they used to do the qualifiers on like Raw for like a couple weeks before the pay-per-view, and then the pay-per-view would be the 8 guys. The top 8, usually whoever wins it is like your next like breakout star. I thought maybe Kevin Owens was gonna win, and do Kevin Owens 316 says I just whipped Shane McMahon's ass because they've been trying to pull towards Kevin Owens being like Stone Cold Steve Austin, give everybody the stunner. I'm pretty sure Ricochet is still in it, so maybe it's gonna be King Ricochet like he used to do on the Indies. Prince Puma then became King Ricochet. So I mean, if you were looking for a guy who can win 3 matches in the same night, probably Ricochet is, the cardiovascular stallion who could pull that off because it's hard to win 3 matches in a night, and I would know. I've been in tournaments 2 or 3 times. And I still got 2 more seconds. God damn it.
Interesting point. So before we go to your opinion on the topic, let me ask you this. Where do they plan on showing the rest of the tournament?
It's playing out on Raw and SmackDown. Some of the guys are from Raw, some of the guys are from SmackDown.
Yeah.
So probably like over the next couple weeks, it'll just be like on episodes of Raw and SmackDown. So it's not a tournament with 8 where you would win 3 matches in a night or 4 matches in a night. It's
Which
like
to me is
2,
not
2, 2.
impressive. I'm sorry, it's not impressive because now you're just slating matches over weeks, and then you're gonna hold some last match of that tournament, which is not a tournament. A tournament is held like K1. That's like them saying K1 is going to be held over multiple days. No, K1 is a tournament that they hold in one night. It shows the cardiovascular, upper echelon abilities of these wrestlers if you do it all in one night.
I mean, I've been to college. I've been in like college wrestling tournaments. I've been in karate tournaments. I'd love to go home for like 2 days and then come back and pick this up where we left it off. I'm tired.
Well, you know what? The thing is, King of the Ring was sold as a one-night tournament. When Stone Cold Steve Austin just whooped your ass, right? It was in one night. When Triple H won the tournament, it was in one night. When Ken Shamrock won the tournament, it was in one night.
Mabel.
King
Mabel rose to victory.
Right. A man that nobody thought would have the intestinal fortitude to actually pull that off, and he did it.
Did the guys have to pick up the throne with him on it?
Yes, they did.
I remember that with like a bunch of dudes.
And they all looked like they were going to have hernias by the next
under
day.
Mabel. Imagine that's the extra work you do. Hey, you're going to pick up Mabel.
Gustin Oberstod, you're going to weigh in on this topic, yes?
Yeah, sure.
Go.
Well, it's difficult, see, because you always want to take people on a journey, right? And that's the idea. You're taking me on this journey. You're taking me on this drive. I'm following the story. I'm following the core characters. And on one side, you've got this ultimate bad guy that's really just misunderstood, and on the other side, you've got this man fighting between himself for his sense of duty versus sense of friendship, right? So the doll ends up, it's just she's misunderstood and she hasn't had a good home.
We are
so
going
she's just looking for to go
Toy
with the little
Story
girl.
4 again.
And by the time
Man,
you get to the end,
you need to stop with this damn
she's-
Toy Story 4.
Hold on, it gets better.
No,
She
I mean
gets-
it does.
no.
And if you really want to find out what happens, go to the movie theater and see it. But don't sit here and spoil it by listening to Goober Uber Stud
Yeah.
sit there and run this damn movie out of his lips and ruin it for you.
I know.
Go to the theater. Go see the movie. Don't sit here and get spoiled by Goober Uber Stud.
Let him finish.
Toy Story 4 happened in one night.
You right.
Hour and a half. Your show, 3 weeks.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I think we shouldn't have cut him off with that. I think that was the point he was trying to make. Right? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Anyone see Blinded by the Light this weekend?
Isn't like a musical or something?
No, that's the Bruce Springsteen. All right, I guess not. Okay, did you want to weigh in on
Oh,
the
no.
show? No, I didn't think
No.
so. Okay, we have one more topic. It's been
I
a
already
slow
talked
week.
about what he wanted to talk about, which was Bray Wyatt.
There you go.
Okay.
You always want to talk about Bray Wyatt.
Because he's a master of manipulation. He's an amazing man when it comes to creativity, and he's turning wrestling on its head right now.
When I play my DVR, I fast forward until I see him, I play, and then delete.
Here's an interesting thing I realized today, like when I heard about what they did with the King of the Ring tournament. This is the first time that I can remember, right, and certainly in the last 40 years, where professional wrestling as a whole is thriving and growing and getting bigger and getting better, and the WWF or WWE is not. It's getting worse. It's losing viewers. It's baiting and switching like it did here. It's not thriving. Everything else is thriving. I mean, this goes back to the territory. What were you gonna say? No, you disagree?
I mean, they're adding another 2-hour show on network television for another $50 million a year,
Sure.
and then SmackDown's $240
Sure.
some odd $million a year, and Raw. I mean, they're making plenty of money.
Oh, they are making money now because of the contracts. They're not bringing in money into the house shows, I don't think, and I don't think they're getting viewers. And if they're not drawing viewers on their 25-year-old show, how old is Raw? 25 years.
I think so. Over that now. I remember
Okay.
the 25th anniversary
They're
was a
certainly
while
not going
ago.
to draw it to a new show on network TV. The UFC is on ESPN now. It used to be on Fox because it underperformed, right? They played out their contract and they're gone. I don't know how the WWE with this bait and switch mentality is going to do better. Yes, they have a contract for $50 million, whatever. It was $1 billion, if I'm not mistaken. But that contract's going to end, and if they don't pull it out, well, where's that going to leave them? They'll be back in USA.
Is always pull it out.
What's that? Yes. Okay, our next topic. This one might hit close to home, so if you don't want to answer, you're more than welcome. The next topic is stripping a title off a wrestler. Stripping a title. Does anybody want to weigh in on that?
I would love to.
All right, here we go. 1 minute. The topic, stripping a title.
I just don't know how you build a successful organization by being known as the place that strips titles. I mean, it kind of started that way for you, where I guess someone tries to steal your title, so you strip them of it, and then it just starts to become a regular thing, I guess. But I think that it's bad for business. I think that it's just, if that's the only thing that your creative team can come up with, then come up with something better. Like, it's not the way that you handle things. Now I get it, people run into issues and people can't make shows and this, that, and the other, and I get it. You gotta move forward. That's what this business is we are like sharks. If we stop moving, we die. I get it. Move forward, get your shit done, but don't always resort to, hey, if this person can't make it, I'm putting the title on this person by the end of the night. Maybe let them hold the title for a night. Not every champion makes every show. Maybe you should give the champion a night off instead of starting a tournament without him and then putting the title on someone else by the end of the night. It's not a good look.
Time. Anyone else want to weigh in on
Sure.
this? Okay. Uber Stu wants to weigh in on stripping a title. All right, go.
It's a great idea.
All I'm gonna say is, unless you're gonna pay me like a stripper, don't be stripping the title off me, okay? A lot of professional wrestlers work really, really hard to get what they have and to get where they are. And I've had titles stripped right off before, just simply for going to work at another league. Like, it's happened to me before, and it doesn't feel very good when you put in. You know, if I'm gonna be putting in, you better be putting out. That's what I'm saying. So
buddy.
you know, don't be taking something from me just because. But at the same token, I do understand that. You know,
What you mean,
there's-
I'm about to say.
Keep going. Let him finish this out. He's only got a minute.
I knew I had to derail him for a second.
All right, hold on. Let me know when you're ready.
come to think of it, looking at the panel.
Exactly.
Hold on. Go
John
on.
Tans, occasionally.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
You know, I understand that there are, you know, if you're a promoter, you got to do what you got to do for your promotion. I get it. But just keep in mind what people have going on in their wrestling career and in their personal lives, and be mindful of it, because it's not always personal.
Okay, Joey, did you want to weigh in?
You obviously want my opinion, right? Like
Well,
that's what we're driving towards, right?
You
Like,
wanna weigh in?
yeah, sure. Like I told
Are
you,
you
I
sure?
don't, I
Did you
don't
wanna
care,
weigh in,
whatever,
Joe?
No hard feelings.
I'll weigh in.
Okay, you got a
Nah.
minute this time.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's
You
hear,
better be against it. Just kidding.
well, let's hear from Danny first. All right?
Oh no, I want to be last.
Okay,
Let me be
go,
last.
Joe.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me main event.
Yeah, being around this organization for, I think I've been around for about almost 6 years already.
6 years?
I think
it
6
seems
years
so much
already.
longer.
I think.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, and watching these guys, watching these entertainers, professional wrestlers earn their titles, which I've been working with you for a long time, seeing you not strip anybody, because maybe people have personal issues, but I never seen you do this. But when you hear other stories about other organizations doing it, even though this guy's working his ass off, promoting, putting videos out, being on posters, being himself to make his name known, to earn that title, then just because that person has some issues or personal problems, it's a wrong thing to do. I mean, that would piss me off. That would make me want to go out to that location and just punch the promoter in the face myself, saying you're a fucking idiot. And that's just the way I feel, And I think everybody deserves their shit. Everybody has issues. Everybody has problems. Plain and simple. But never, they should never strip the title from somebody.
Let me finish his time with this. Whatever happened to holding tournaments for number one contenderships? Like, if you know that your champion can't be there, why can't you hold a tournament to determine a number one contender for when he can?
Oh yeah, and God bless America.
Can I put in squeeze in one little
Absolutely.
thing
It's
before
a
we get to the
topic.
main
Absolutely,
event?
absolutely.
If you're gonna put enough trust in a guy to put a title on him, and then obviously the guy's done some work for you. He's done a good thing. If he can't show up, maybe instead of instantly going to punishment, a conversation. What's going on? How can we help you? That kind of thing. But a lot of that doesn't always happen in professional wrestling. It's always straight to anger, straight to
Screw
betrayal,
job.
straight
Screw job, yeah.
straight to the screw job. So There we
Okay,
go.
we're
Main
going to
event.
give Azrael. Are you sure you want to talk about this?
Yeah, like
go.
we've been talking about. I don't have any hard feelings. It's D6W's belt. If they want to keep their belt, they can. Anybody can take the belt off of whoever whenever they feel like it. I didn't make the day that they wanted me to make. I said I would make it out there if Divine Intervention was riding with me. There's things like splitting gas money multiple ways, and if you're getting paid one amount, I'm willing to lose some money on a show splitting gas, but I don't want to lose $60, $70, $80 worth to fight 5 guys. Does that make sense to
me, it does.
everybody? After a while, I've done ladder matches for the same amount of money as a regular match. I've done cage matches for less money. I've done not just the one, not your show. Don't get all offended. I've shown up booked in
can't
one
make
match
that
and then get
money.
told, hey, you're doing 3. It's a tournament. So I put in a lot of work, and then if they want to take the belt off, it's their belt. They can have it. It frees up some days for me in the past. I didn't find out I was gonna I found out Suave was the champion by looking at Facebook, so that's cool. You know what I mean? So it frees me up some open days in the future to do other things. I've got other opportunities and places that I'm gonna go in the future, and everything always usually works out to my best advantage. But I don't want to pay $60 to fight 5 people. And if I say like I'm a free for a date, if you want me to fight 5 guys instead of 1, then I think the pay should go up for that. It might be crazy, but you know, I'm not a diva or anything. But 5 dudes is 5 dudes.
All right.
This is not only a show; it's a business, and doing good business is taking care of your performers. That's what it is.
If the performers are taking care of you, I agree.
Right.
All right. You know what? And let me just weigh in a little bit on this topic. I don't have a real opinion on it. I just thought it might be something interesting to talk about. The one time I've had to, I hate to say strip a title, right? Take a title. I came to the title, Othello, all right? Ironically enough, injured his knee up there. And he was our champion down here, and he absolutely could not. He couldn't walk, right? Much less defend his title. And this was a couple weeks before cage match, and I was like, well, you know, he's gonna be out for almost a year with what he had. He tore his MCL.
Right. But here's let's.
You're right.
You didn't make that decision that night.
God, absolutely not. I didn't want to do it.
And he was gonna be out for 9 months,
Right.
not 1. I mean, that's a long
and that
time.
was still, even with all that, that was a painstaking decision. Should we just hold the title until he's ready to defend it again?
Right.
Should we have a tournament? Let's just take the 2 top contenders and let them and assure Othello that when you are back into wrestling shape, you will have a title shot because you didn't lose it, and he gracefully abdicated the title. He was actually there to give the title over, grudgingly, to our friend Gustin Oberstug.
No, they still fought over it though.
He didn't just give him
There
that
was still
title.
a match
He had to
about
go
it.
through
He
me.
didn't hand
He
it to
barely
nobody.
did that.
Well, he
Let's
didn't
be
want to
real
hand it
about
over
that.
to
Climb
me.
a mountain for that.
Yes, that's true. You guys put together one hell of a battle for that. And
Damn right, and
All
I'd
right.
have to do it again.
Yeah.
all right.
Right now.
That said, we are up against the clock, so I would like to once again say Orange County Championship Wrestling.
Uh-oh.
Hey, let's not do this.
I mean,
No.
Let's do it.
When you
Do
put
it. Do it.
the offering on the table of let's do it right now. I'm a man of my word.
He doesn't have the title.
He's got one,
Okay.
and I got one.
I'm not giving away what
You
I can
said
sell.
earlier the only way to get by in professional wrestling is to put it all out.
Okay.
Lay it out on the table. That's what you said.
Damn.
Orange County Championship Wrestling presents Next Level Saturday, September 14th at American Legion Post 716. Tickets are $15 pre-sale, $20 at the door. Doors open at 5:30. Bell time is at 6 p.m. Don't you dare miss it. For Gusten Thunder Uberstute, for Azrael, for the man who is getting better at making friends, and for Joey the Bull.
That's right.
I am your man, Jonathan Malice. May all your bumps be taken in the ring.
And see you this Saturday, 3PW.
Are we?
Oh, here we go. Oh, Jesus.